It was the summer of 2002. The world was watching Yokohama, Japan. Brazil had just lifted the World Cup, and a new era of Galacticos was born. The cameras were flashing, the contracts were signing, and the money was exploding. But for some, that flash of light was actually the beginning of the end. We often talk about careers ended by a bad tackle or a torn ACL. But what about the players who were destroyed by something much more dangerous? The parties, the ego, the addiction, the fame. From the emperor who lost his crown to the boy who loved nightclubs more than the pitch. Here are 10 footballers who were destroyed by fame. If you play PS6, you know this man was a cheat code. Adriano Leite Ribeiro. In the early 2000s, he had the power of Ronaldo and the left foot of Roberto Carlos. He was supposed to be the king of Milan, but his destruction didn't come from a defender. It came from a phone call. After his father passed away, Adriano's world collapsed. He had all the fame and money in Italy, but he used it to numb the pain. The parties became nightly rituals. The training sessions were missed. The emperor was drowning in alcohol to escape his reality. By the time he should have been winning Ballon d'Ors, he was back in Brazil, leaving millions on the table, destroyed not by his body, but by the weight of his own life. Speaking of Brazil, we cannot ignore the man who made us all fall in love with football, Ronaldinho Gaucho. For 2 years at Barcelona, he was untouchable. He was a god. But Ronaldinho didn't just love the ball, he loved the night. Barcelona was worried. They weren't afraid of his knees failing. They were afraid of his influence on a young Lionel Messi. Pep Guardiola actually sold Ronaldinho to protect Messi from the party lifestyle. When you prioritize the nightclub over the Camp Nou, even the greatest talent in history can burn out fast. He went from the best in the world to a prison cell in Paraguay. A tragic end to a magical story. Let's rewind. Before Ronaldo, before Beckham, there was the original superstar, George Best. They called him the fifth Beatle. This man had the world at his feet at Manchester United. But the fame was suffocating. He famously said, "I spent a lot of money on booze, birds, and fast cars. The rest I just squandered." It sounds funny, but it was a cry for help. The alcoholism took over his talent and eventually his life. He quit the top level at just 27. Imagine that. Retiring before your prime because the lifestyle was more important than the legacy. Real Madrid pays you to play football. But when Antonio Cassano arrived, he had other priorities. He coined the term Casanata, doing something crazy or stupid. At Madrid, he had a deal with a hotel waiter. He would trade pastries for, let's just say, female company. He claimed to have slept with hundreds of women while playing for the biggest club in the world. He gained weight, fought with managers, and threw away a talent that could have rivaled Totti. He treated his career like a joke, and eventually, the joke was on him.
Super Mario, the man who set off fireworks in his own bathroom. Balotelli had the physique, the shot, and the skills to be a top 5 player.
But he became more famous for what he did off the pitch than on it. The media attention fed his ego, and his ego destroyed his discipline. From fighting managers to throwing darts at youth players, Mario was addicted to the chaos. He went from Manchester City and Liverpool to playing in the Swiss second division. A career destroyed because he never learned to take the fame seriously. In 2003, Chelsea thought they had signed a superstar. Adrian Mutu was electric. He started on fire. But then, the fame got to his head and his nose. A failed drug test for cocaine didn't just get him banned. It got him fired and sued for millions by his own club. He wasn't injured. He was high. He chased the high life in London and lost everything. He spent years trying to rebuild, but that stain of the Chelsea cocaine scandal never washed away. England's most naturally gifted player, Paul Gascoigne, or Gazza, he was a genius. But Gazza was a fragile soul who just wanted to be loved by the crowd. The fame brought pressure, and the pressure brought the bottle. His pranks were legendary, but his addiction was tragic. It wasn't a lack of skill, it was an inability to handle the celebrity status. Watching his decline from a national hero to a tabloid tragedy is perhaps the saddest story in English football. Remember when Pelé named his heir? He pointed at Robinho. When Manchester City got new owners, Robinho was their first statement signing. But Robinho thought he had already made it. He allegedly didn't even know which team he was signing for. He thought he was going to United. The money was astronomical, but the hunger was gone. He preferred partying in Brazil to training in the English rain. His career fizzled out, and later, serious legal issues destroyed his reputation entirely. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't make many mistakes, but he took a gamble on Anderson. In 2008, he was the golden boy, better than Messi and Aguero in the youth rankings. But Anderson had a problem. He loved life too much. Former teammates said he could have been the best in the world, but he just wanted to eat burgers and have fun. He would play an incredible pass, then be out of breath after 10 minutes. He retired at 31, a classic case of what if destroyed by a lack of professional discipline. Talent is a gift, but fame? Fame is a test. These players had the world in their hands, but they let it slip through their fingers. It's a reminder that to be the best, show image of Ronaldo/Messi training. You need more than just feet. You need a head strong enough to handle the crown. Who do you think had the biggest waste of talent on this list? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more football stories. See you in the next one.